Lisa, I want to start with you. Why might the Manhattan DA have a hard time convicting Trump on these charges?
Well, one of the reasons, Leon, has to do with the specific legal theory. Falsification of business records in New York is a misdemeanor, but it can become a felony where it's used to defraud and conceal another crime. The question here is, what is that crime? And that's a question that's been haunting the Manhattan DA's office for some time. It's unclear whether, as a matter of New York law, that underlying crime that you're looking to conceal can be a federal crime. And we all know from the Michael Cohen plea and conviction that there was a federal election law crime here. The question is whether they can find an equivalent New York state law crime. The other reason it might be difficult is just because of the passage of time. You, I, and Joyce know that even if the statute of limitations hasn't passed, there's the question of whether the public is simply exhausted by the question of the hush money scheme. It seems to people that it was ages and ages ago and may even be a chintzy way of going after a person whose other criminal conduct may seem more substantial.
Joyce, the New York Attorney General's lawsuit against Trump goes to trial later this year. Isn't that yet another investigation into falsified records?
It is, and it's a great way of thinking about Lisa's explanation of the difficult legal issues here. There's a lot of conduct, and there's a lot of misconduct by Trump. I think it's very reasonable to expect that New York Attorney General Letitia James will successfully litigate her civil case against the former president. Of course, no one goes to prison at the end of a civil case, but it can have dramatic consequences on Trump's ability to continue doing business, at least in the state of New York, which is accountability of a sort. Whether that investigation will surface possible criminal implications is up in the air, but I think there's a small detail here that's worth flagging for our viewers. And that's that one of Attorney General James' former high-level lawyers, a man named Matthew Colangelo, who had been working at the Justice Department in D.C., has just gone to the Manhattan DA's office. And he has experience in prior Trump matters, including the successful lawsuit that shut down Trump's charitable organization, as well as other investigations. So it seems clear that Bragg is doing exactly what Lisa suggests he has to do, looking with open eyes at the potential crimes and determining whether they merit prosecution.